EGM Network.
This is Martha Matters. From real estate, healthcare, current events, taxes, or just about any topic, we're talking about it. Call us with any questions on just about any subject. Now, here she is, Martha!
Well, hi and welcome. Hey. We're all so very happy. I think the last few days I had no reason to be outdoors, and I just stayed outdoors because I enjoyed the weather so much. It definitely, summer is long gone. We can feel the difference. Less humidity, bluer skies. I don't mind a few clouds at all, or whether it's straight blue, but it is absolutely wonderful. Last week, I even went, I don't go often, maybe once every month or so, to have my toenails done. And at the salon, they had the back door and the front door open, no AC, no heat, and it all was so wonderful. Perfect temperature in the upper 70s. Less humidity, and it just felt good sitting there with fresh air all the time.
And that's going to lend itself to your topic today, Martha, that you want to spring on everybody. It's the second show. We did one, and I said to you we need to do another one because I am guilty of not doing this. And I want you to talk me into what the right way is to do some of this stuff.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so what I'm talking about next, and we've done it the last 2 days, and everybody should do it, we got several loads of mulch, and we need to put it down on all floral beds or flower beds, and even all non-flowering bushes like trinet and various others. I'll tell you why. Now that we're definitely out of the wet season, that doesn't mean it can't rain once a week. I hope it does and continues to do so. But it's not a wet season of daily or every other day thunderstorms. That is over.
Yeah. So we're talking about gardening.
Yes.
Digging around with gardening, you came up as the title for this show.
Yep. And so with the mulch, what happens is the once a week we do get a rain. The water goes through the mulch into the ground, but the sun on it 12 hours a day right now. It will be a little less but in September is when we had the equinox. That is the help of mulch, because the water that went through the mulch into the ground does not evaporate the other way, where bushes that that have gotten used to water every 2 or 3 days are not getting it now. This way the water stays in the ground and the bushes still stay nice and green. You can't control the flowering. That is nature. We have one tree where we live that is flowering almost like cherry blossoms in the spring. That one tree is all mixed up. It's the fall, not the spring.
Oh, you mean technically it's all mixed up.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Some of the trees have minds of their own. I read a book about that, so that might be one of those trees that's like, I'm going to change some things. Very interesting book talking about weeds and flowers and plants and whatever, and they do have a life cycle and a life mind of their own if you buy into that. So
that's right. So don't try to change it.
No.
And don't try to remove the flowers.
No.
Appreciate whatever is there.
That's what I'm saying.
As long as it's doing well.
That's it.
Also in the fall, those of you who have planted what I call monkey grass, those little tall, almost almost like seaweed, very, very thin. As soon as you get coolness into the 50s at night or low 60s, they turn purple on top.
Okay.
And they're not a flower per se as we think of flowers, but the whole tops of them turn purple, and it's very, very pretty, and we have it now going on. Mm-hmm. And that assures you of the change of season also. Getting back to the gardening and digging, now is the time to plant any year-round plant that you want, like crotons, like all the gardenias, if you want flowering plants, the copper or red leaf plants, all of the ones that are used to being green all year long. This is an excellent time to plant them because while they're getting rooted, the sun does not burn them up. There's getting to be less and less sunshine. And as far as the annuals go, now is the time to plant them. The sun impatiens, like I said last time.
Yeah.
But also, even flowering plants like exoras. You have both a pink and a coral exora, which to me is more orange than coral, but that's what they call it. And they have nice colors added to a whole bed of plants. The plants that I love, but they're very short-lived, are like the irises. And we're not talking about irises up north that bloom in the spring. We're talking about these real little skinny irises that have maybe less than an inch of blooming as white iris or purple iris, and they're very short-lived. When the blooms die, that's it. But the green is very nice to watch, and it's a nice variety to plant among other plants. Very, very, very rich-looking, darker stems, darker leaves. And so they look healthy even when they're not blooming, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. You know what? I agree with that, Martha. One of the things I did in my yard, and believe me, my yard's mostly a disaster, is I did look at what the foliage is on different shrubs and stuff rather than flowering plants because of the intense sun that we're going to get for a couple of months out of the year. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to do a lot of work, honestly. So I like the variation of the foliage on different plants. Like silver buttonwood's got a really nice, like, light blue. I love those.
Oh,
but then
yes.
you go to, and I forget the names of some of them.
Yes.
Yeah, you go to other ones that have a darker green, or they have like more of a spindly kind of thing. And that's what I've tried to do. Not so much flowers, because I didn't have a ton of luck with those. So I stayed with bushes and the foliage types and some of the different grasses. Mm-hmm. For a little bit of shade as well. Yeah.
Yes, also. And even if you're starting a brand new garden, I can't emphasize it enough. And you don't want to plant a tree too close to the house,
right.
But it's kind of nice to have some shade so you can sit on your porch and be comfortable in the summer. And we do have trees like that are basically a bush. They're very slow growing, and after 10 years you're lucky if they're 8 feet tall. And that's a holly tree, and the only reason it's called holly is because it has red berries around Christmas time. But it has very dark green foliage. The leaves don't have spikes on them like real holly. They don't at all. They're regular tree leaves. So they don't hurt you. There are no stickers on them. But they are very, very pretty. They stay dark green year round, You don't see them all losing their leaves like birches and other trees north of here. And they make a very nice addition to a new yard. But don't plant it next to other trees or anything else because they'll be overcome and you might as well lose it.
Yeah. The trees are a lot of my neighbors are sticklers for not having trees because of the hurricanes and stuff like that. I myself personally have a bunch of trees in my yard, but it is a lot of work to keep up with it. And sometimes I'm lax with it or lackadaisical, which isn't a good thing. But I think if you keep up with them, you don't have as much problems during the hurricane season, and picking the right type of trees too.
And I have an issue, some of you may. If you're the first home or residence in from a corner, very often the city or county owns the corner that has trees on it, so you can't take the trees down. But if they lean toward your house and they're large oak trees or something, that's an insurance problem. When an insurance inspector comes by, you cannot have major trees leaning toward the house. You can affect the way they lean by removing a few branches that are looking toward the house so that most of their branches are on the other side, and then the tree will slowly be more top-heavy toward the other side, and you solve the problem without getting rid of the tree altogether.
Yeah. A good arborist can definitely lead you in the right direction. I know I've had conversations with them, and they've helped me out with trees in my yard, so that's worth the money it is to pay for them if you get the right ones.
And in addition to that, right now, in especially Vero Beach and South Florida, for some reason, they've had trouble getting hardy sun impatiens plants. We have some, and when you find them, they're fine. But people are planting a lot of what's called pentas, which are similar but have very different leaves. And they're all the same colors as sun impatiens. You have all the rose and pink shades, purple and white. And the nice part about them is instead of 8 months like impatiens, as soon as the sun gets hot again in May, they all shrivel and die. These pentas last a couple of years.
I want to say, aren't they one of the native Florida plants? I wanted to talk about that for a second, too, because the pentas also reseed themselves all through your yard, so they're kind of no maintenance. Once you get them, and not even once you get them established, once you plant them, it's almost you got to plant for life, but you have to weed them through your yard if you don't want them all over the place.
Right.
But they do have beautiful colors.
Yes. And I'll tell you what we do where I live. We have for our building, we have like a circle around the front entrance so that there's an island in the middle surrounded by pavers.
Okay.
And the island in the middle, we have pentas. And to give a little height, we have a pygmy date palm, which never gets higher than about 7 to 8 feet.
You're right, they're smaller, yeah.
They stay small, but it gives height to the island. And then if you want to have a little variety, which is what we did just recently, in between the penta, we put down some white gravel to look like a dried up riverbed.
Okay.
And it gives it a little charm. It's not expensive, and we're not talking about a large area. We're talking about a little island surrounded by a circular driveway. So, but it looks pretty, and it doesn't take a lot of care because, like you say, the penta are in control. They can't go spreading like ferns or something and turn into a weed all over the place because they're surrounded on three sides or all four sides with stone.
Okay, so you have them boxed in there. You have them outsmarted, Martha.
Yeah. Yeah, outsmarting.
Note to self, outsmart your plants.
And also, there are many different varieties, and I mentioned it last time, and I've got to mention it again. Many, many varieties of crotons.
Right.
You have these things, crotons called curlicues, because they look like somebody's hair roller or something.
If we remember what those are,
If we remember what those are.
I do. I remember sleeping on them many nights. I don't want to date myself, but the crotons are good for the sun or the shade, too, if I'm saying the right thing.
Yes.
Okay.
They can have 100% sunshine, 100% shade. They're native to the area, so they'll grow under trees without any shade at all. And it's that part is wonderful.
It is. It's a gardening for a non-gardener.
Yes.
It is. It is, definitely.
I like that. That's a new expression I'm going to keep.
I get frustrated with some of the stuff, too. I'm like, oh, I just spent all this money, and I can't, and I'm putting it in the wrong place, and I'm not weeding it the right way, and, I'm not that great at it. That's why I kind of moved to some of the shrubbery and stuff. Yeah, because it just got too frustrating. Yes. And I don't have the time to spend that a lot of people do. I just don't. Or I don't take that time.
But between the red leaf and the crotons, which give you the fall colors, and the green, year-round green evergreen plants, it really makes a very pretty garden. So we've got to take a break now, but believe it or not, I have a few more plants to mention to you, and good luck with your planting, but stay with us.
Hungry for Southern comfort? Come on down to Marsh Landing Restaurant in historic downtown Fellsmere. From gator and grits to fried green tomatoes, every bite is old Florida flavor done right. Marsh Landing, where every meal feels like home.
Evergreen Media is your go-to for podcasting. Business owners, boost your brand by educating clients with your own show. Just show up. We handle everything else. Get your custom video podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and more. Start today at egreenmedia.com.
Create your restful retreat and save 50% now on all Tommy Bahama and Lexington furniture during the Home for the Holidays event at Sunshine Furniture. Sophisticated looks with a mix of coastal and Caribbean styles, Tommy Bahama offers everything you need for your personal paradise and is all half price. At Sunshine Furniture, we have the largest selection of in-stock coastal and casual sofas, love seats, chairs, slipcover sofas, bedroom dining, and occasional furniture from Four Seasons, Capri, Best Chair, Hooker, and Riverside. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have any style of patio furniture that you need, including a gallery of Made in America, Berlin Garden, Pollywood, Woodard, Lloyd Flanders, and Telescope. We specialize in replacement cushions, umbrellas, and fire pits. Come in now for our Home for the Holidays event and winter sale. Don't forget to visit our outlet and sales center directly across the street, Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza Vero Beach. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
At Evergreen Media, we know the people, the businesses, and the work needed to take your marketing to the next level. We know where locals go to shop, work, and have fun.
We're here to focus on your local advertising so you can focus on your business. This is our home. This is our business. Evergreen Media. We market, you grow.
Well, hi, and welcome back. Hey, we have some more plants we'd like to tell you about that are really, really good. And you also don't be afraid to buy coconut palms. Oh, but the coconuts may fall and dent your car or something. Well, you got to know where to plant them, of course, but very easily, when they're green, before the coconuts fall from the tree, you can cut off the whole sprig of them, and they will continue to ripen. And you have several months of using coconut without them going bad. Just keep them where animals won't pick on them, like on an inside porch or something, or screened-in porch, where you're not going to have anything, wild cats and what have you, come and try to make a mess of them.
Yeah, squirrels, all of that.
Oh,
yeah.
squirrels too, yeah. And moles, all kinds, rabbits, you name it.
Yeah,
But
I have an avocado tree, talking about squirrels and rabbits and all that, an avocado tree, and I also have a mango tree in my backyard that kind of just grew on their own. I really can't place how they did it. I didn't plant them, but I'll tell you what, the squirrels and all of them love them too, but after they get established, they're easy, and you do get a ton of fruit off of them.
oh yeah, they're very, very nice.
Yeah.
But anyway, I love the huge fronds that coconut trees have, and it makes it very tropical and very beautiful looking. Also, getting back to shrubbery itself, I don't recommend it if you have kids or kids who play with neighbors' kids or something else. That's bougainvillea. They all have stickers. And but they're very pretty. And you see mostly the dark pink variety, but they do have a purple variety that's gorgeous.
Yeah, they are.
But not widespread because it can't handle a lot of wind. The purple variety needs to be against a building or growing on an arbor next to a building, something like that.
Yeah, they can be lethal with those thorns that they have, though.
Yes.
You are very lethal. A lot of people pulled them out of their yards because of that.
Yeah,
They're
thorns are very, very bad, and also you don't plant them near a pool.
Okay.
Because in the dry season, which is all winter long, you have the leaves come off the flowers, the petals, I should say,
those bracts.
come off the flowers, and they all blow into a swimming pool and clog the drains.
And the filter and stuff, yeah.
And the filter mechanism.
They're tough to prune.
Very tough. And you'll almost always get hit by at least one prong or something by accident. So I really don't recommend them around active homes and active yards. I hate to say it, but they grow very well in places that are not your problem, like a cemetery, a bank.
Yeah, you bring up a good point with children and all of that and animals, and they are tough to prune, like I said, and a lot of people have taken them out of their yards, which is a shame because they are gorgeous and very unique to South Florida, very unique to this area.
Yes. And I have to say, the ones that do not do that well are azaleas. They do beautifully in Mississippi, Carolina, Georgia, but the tropics are too much for them. And they like the change of seasons where they don't have to grow leaves 100% of the time, and then the summer is just too exhausting for them.
Yeah.
So when you come down, don't look forward to planting beautiful azaleas. So, boy, time is going by. So if you have any questions on this, you're free to call our Evergreen Media.
We've had your number up on the show, on the screen
on the
too, Martha.
screen, yeah. So have a great day, folks. And